Hello, river cruise enthusiasts. This is Johanna with Holiday Planet, and this video is for those of you going on our 80th anniversary of D-Day cruise, river cruising from Paris to Normandy this June. Today I want to talk about an itinerary update, a food tour that you may want to book before it sells out, and transfers. So first, our itinerary has been updated. They look at water levels and everything else when scheduling our arrival and departure times in and out of each port. And I do have an updated itinerary for all of you. I'm going to send that out. But our system, my reservation system, will not update the day-by-day itinerary that goes out in all of our email communications. Unfortunately, that will always stay the same. So in the next 24 hours here, we're going to send each of you one of those itinerary emails with this new grid pasted in up at the top that will show the correct itinerary. But you might want to bookmark that or keep that email handy because, like I said, the rest of the itinerary emails that go out throughout this planning process will be the old version. Next, let's talk about a food tour in Rouen, the capital city of Normandy. Hi, Christy. In general, shore excursions in each port will be announced 30 to 45 days prior to travel. And in general, they have room for everybody on every tour. They don't fill up. So even when the excursions open and I make an announcement with instructions how to go log in and choose your excursions, you could even change your mind on the ship, book something else. You could wait until you board to reserve all of your shore excursions because in general there's room for everyone and they don't fill up. Except this one food tour in Rouen does fill up. So I've asked for a private departure just for our group, and I need to know how many of you would like to do that with us. So it is about a 2-hour walking tour. It goes to 2 different local shops where we get to taste chocolate. Hi, Joe. We'll also get to taste a cider drink, I think, and some other things, maybe some local cheese. We'll learn a little bit about how important food is to the culture in Normandy, and I think that should be a lot of fun. So I'm sending out in the email that goes out with this video all of the excursion options for that day. So you can see that there's a regular walking tour, a late start walking tour, and also a biking tour. And if you want to do one of those things instead, no problem. You can choose that later. But the food tour I would need to know now if you want to do that. And yes, I see your RSVP right here, Christy. We will put you two down for the food tour, and Tommy and I and our kiddos will definitely be doing that too. So the next thing I want to mention to you is transfers. If you're staying at one of our group hotels, your transportation from hotel to the pier is included. I've already got that wrapped up in our hotel package rates. Yay! But you might want a transfer to and from the airport upon arrival in Paris to hotel or upon departure back to the airport. The most affordable thing and the most flexible is actually to just take an Uber or a taxi. If you'd prefer the convenience of a prepaid private or shared transfer, I can set that up for you in advance, but one thing that we found out in Greece is that if the flight times change, those pre-reserved transfers are not always the most flexible. Sometimes the driver is not available to wait for you an extra hour if your flight is delayed, or they may not be available to come back later for you if you're very delayed. And those transfers almost always are non-refundable. It's almost impossible to get a refund on those transfers. So if it's worth it to you because you really want everything to be prearranged and prepaid, you want that private sedan, car and driver feel instead of just a regular old taxi cab, please let me or my assistant Irene know, and we will reserve those transfers. If you want that, it is best to book them now because there's so much going on in Paris ahead of the Olympics that it's going to get really busy and the transportation companies will be full. I think if we book transfers last minute, we'll end up overpaying. So I do recommend that if you want private or shared transfers, we set those up for you now. Just let me know what you'd like to do or reach out to my assistant Irene. We're here to help. Let us know down in the comments below if you have other questions. Otherwise, stay tuned. I'll be back periodically with more announcements for our cruise. Take care, everyone. Bye.